Hi, this is David with entry number 636, I think. I got the appearance spot I took pictures at. I actually just took a picture there. Apologies for the exposure, but I'm being backlit right now pretty hard. Basically, I wanted to record a semi-quick entry today about the concept what was it? Of basically what should we, to a degree, how much should we act annoyed, or at least maybe to a lesser degree, to a lesser amount. How are we supposed to kind of cope with like everyday kind of annoyances? What's the most kind of natural reaction to kind of things that annoy us? And I wanted to, use that as a segue basically, or to link that to this thing I've been noticing here more and more, which I found to be not quite an anomaly, because I think it does happen to some degree also in the States, but it's a kind of strange thing, and that is this sort of I've talked about it before, but to a lesser degree, of this kind of attitude that a lot of people have here in kind of looking at each other on the street. I think for men, this guy right here, you can stare like all you want at other people, women especially. And it's not as bad as Singapore per se, where the Indian guys would like try and rip the women's clothes off with their eyes. But it is a pretty kind of noticeable thing that I see. That a lot of men kind of stare or maybe linger a little bit too long on women's figures, and so they get a little self-conscious. I see a lot of women end up, I think, get fed up with this kind of behavior from men, and they end up kind of casting their eyes down a lot. For a lot of the time they're in public, they cast their eyes down or they look straight ahead, and they've come up with like a very kind of interesting way of behaving around in public places when they're alone. And I can see how it's kind of something that Americans do as well, but I would say not to the degree that they do it here. And so going back to my kind of initial question is, how much kind of influence should we allow other people to kind of have on our behaviors? How much should that affect our own behavior? It is probably annoying, I'll be honest. It's probably annoying to get stared at if you're a woman, and especially if you're a woman who is attractive or likes to dress well. They'll get stared at pretty hard, and I could see that being very annoying. But how much should you allow that kind of bad behavior or whatever to influence your own behavior? How much should you allow that to kind of mold yourself? I think, if I'm being honest, I don't think you should allow other people's queerness to affect you that much. It's an unfortunate thing. I guess if it makes you feel really uncomfortable, then that you have that right. But really, it's a weird thing, and it's another one of the kind of, on a bigger scale, bigger issue. It's another one of these kind of inequalities that women face here in Korea. That this is still a very male-dominated society, culture, people. So the focus on women is still pretty much for procreation and for taking care of the kids. It's not a lot of focus on kind of what a lot of Westerners would consider like important things. But that isn't to say that that's a static model. I definitely think that there's a great amount of kind of change happening, especially with kind of people under 30, but to a significant degree, it's still, very much, there's still a lot of older people here, so, it's something that's going to take time to change. But anyway, that's about all I wanted to talk about. This is a cool little machine shop row. It goes for about a mile or two. Pretty cool. You can see all the little machines running, like cutting stuff, and bending and turning metal. It's kind of cool if you're into that. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll talk with you soon. Bye.